Dave will ask the next question of Mayor White.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Barack Obama's performance as president? Starting with you, Mayor White.
Well, I'm not going to give running commentary on our president, although I will call him as president when I talk about President Obama. I will tell you, as governor, I'm going to be doing everything that I can to work with people on both sides of the aisle in Washington to stick up for Texas. That means that we get our fair share of federal funds so they don't go to other states. That means we reduce the strings that are attached to federal funds. That means that from time to time, who is ever in the White House at any time, we fight for the facilities that are here in Texas that provide employment for Texans. And that includes NASA and the Red
Mayor
River
White,
Army
this is a
Depot.
lightning round.
Okay.
We're going to move on. Ms. Glass, 1 to 10.
Mrs. Glass, your turn. Scale of 1 to 10, President Obama.
1, but you didn't say which was highest or lowest.
Lowest is 1.
Okay, I'll stick with that. He's
Okay.
the worst president ever, and that's why we've got to get Texas strong and independent.
Mrs. Shafto?
I would say around a 6.5, 7. I think he's trying and constrained by forces that aren't always obvious.
Peggy.
Ms. Glass, your favorite philosopher?
Ayn Rand. I named my daughter after her.
Ms. Shafto?
I know.
Oh, gosh. I have to pass.
Mayor White?
Well, I'll tell you what, I love, it's not so much philosophy, but St. Augustine after, AD. But I'll tell you what, before then, Socrates had its moments.
Thank you.
Alberta.
Ms. Shafto, which beverage best describes your personality? Beer, wine, whiskey, or green tea?
Green tea.
Ms. Glass?
Wine, I guess.
Mayor?
Meet me afterwards. We'll talk about it.
Coffee isn't on there. But, I don't know. Green tea, I suppose.
Dave.
What was the best advice you ever received from your parents? Mayor White, starting with you.
To look for a gift. My parents thought that every child had, and every human being has a special gift. To follow your bliss, find out what that gift is. We all have some special talent out there, and it took me a while. And I hope that every person listening to this, and everybody, if they've endured this long, when they think about their own kids, I hope you let your own children know that each of them has something special to offer, and it's just a matter of discovering that.
Mrs. Glass?
Well, my mother said, yes, I should be a lawyer because then I would get paid to argue. and my daddy told me, don't go down with your bat on your shoulders.
And you followed both of them, I suppose.
Yes, I'm
Ms. Shafto,
Mrs.
please.
Shafto?
My mother was a single parent, and what she taught me was don't give up and give it your best.
Thank you very much. Contestants, you can put down your buzzers. We are now going to ask you for each to give us a 2-minute closing. We'd like to begin with Ms. Glass.
Well, to the people of Texas and all Americans in the world, if by now you're thinking that I really would be the best governor, but you're reluctant to vote for me because you think I can't win, this closing is for you. If we share the same goals, a secure border, push back on Washington, a sane budget, and death to the Trans-Texas corridor, I'm not just another choice you have for governor. I'm your only choice. We're in a battle for America, and Texas is the battleground. But we are not battle ready because we have no leader. Now, I know I've heard some of you say that you despise special interest money in politics and the wheeling and dealing that goes on. Well, we've seen the 2 top guys spend $50 million to persuade you that the other one is unfit for this office. I think they're both right. I've heard you say you're going to vote for somebody you don't really want and you're going to hold his feet to the fire. Well, how's that been working for you for the last 10 years? It's, if you think that the incumbent will listen to you better for the next 4 years at his lame duck session and better than he has for the last 10 years, you're delusional. And do you really want a governor, though, that you've got to watch like a 3-year-old boy around a book of matches? You got to watch it. If any party thinks they've got you in their hip pocket, you're going to be sat upon. You can vote and do whatever Rick Perry wants for him on November 2nd. But the next morning, November 3rd, he still won't respect you. So your vote, your one vote matters to you. It's important, and how it's interpreted is important. And a vote for the status quo for the incumbent will be interpreted as a vote for no change, and that's exactly what you'll get. Vote for Kathy Glass will be a vote for change. I'm not going away, even what happens in this election. I'm a fighter. I'm fighting for Texas, for America, for liberty. I will never retreat, never surrender, but I need ammunition from you.
Thank you, Ms. Glass. Ms. Shafto.
Yes, I share some of the sentiment that Kathy expresses. I, too, am running because I see our state, our nation, our world in great danger. I want to words failed. I want to construct a different kind of world. I want to construct a world where we care about each other, where we get back to the human feelings that we all have for each other underneath, where what car you drive isn't as important as how close you are to your neighbor, where the money you make is not as important as your relationship with the community and how you support others who have less. I want to support a world where we care for our environment. Texas can take the lead in this, and I urge you not to vote your fears, but to vote your hopes. We need absolutely to vote for the candidate who best expresses your hopes and desires. For too long, Texans have voted for the person they think is going to be the winner, which is really throwing your vote away. Many of our green values are values of human values. I urge you all, no matter how you cast your ballot, to look at them and to operate your lives by them. Thank you.
Mr. White.
I love this state. I love its people, its diversity. I love its terrain. I like its accents. I like its food. This has been a great experience for me and my family, and we've learned something about Texans. We are very decent people, and Texans are ready for a new governor. I'm asking the people who love this state, and I can tell you love it because you listen to this debate and watch this debate and are listening to these closings, to help us move this state forward. We're a great state of opportunity. We always have been, but we'll never be as good as we can be if we're 49 out of 50 states and the percentage of adults with a high school diploma. We'll never be as good as we can be with college tuition going sky high and getting out of the grasp of middle-class families. I want to bring decency to state government and bring people together to get things done. We have 14 days until we just choose a new governor in this state. I ask everybody out there to have an impact, to go vote. I'm asking for your vote and more. I'm asking you to go on my website, BillWhiteForTexas.com. See how you can get involved. Get involved with people who are from the Democratic Party, Independents, Republicans, and no party at all, who want this state to move forward. We have a choice in this election. You know, the pundits say that many people will stay at home, but that gives those who care an opportunity to express themselves. There are people right now fighting halfway across the world in uniform for the greatest democracy, the greatest country this world has ever produced. And part of that greatness is the fact that while Rick Perry and his friends can run the state over the last several years, during times when polls are open, you can decide the direction of this state. Get involved, get out the vote, get others to do so, and we can be proud of Texas in our future.
Thank you, candidates. I'd also like to thank the sponsors of tonight's debate, the Houston Chronicle, the Dallas Morning News, San Antonio Express News, Fort Worth Star-Telegram, the Austin American-Statesman, as well as KLRU-TV and KUT Radio. Early voting began yesterday and continues through October 29th. Or go out and vote on November 2nd. Thank you for watching, and good night.